Have you ever experienced those strange, unwelcome thoughts? Like when you were a kid and a family member was just a little late coming home? You'd start feeling restless and anxious. Your mind would flood with worst-case scenarios. Did they get in a car accident? Is something terrible happening? Even though everything seemed fine in reality, you'd already played out a sudden tragedy in your head. Or maybe you find yourself constantly worrying about the people you care about. Will they suddenly get sick? Could they just disappear one day without warning? These thoughts pop up uninvited, often when you finally start to relax, quietly taking over your mind. Do you find yourself checking things over and over before leaving the house? Phone, keys, wallet, they're all there, but that feeling of unease just won't go away. The door is definitely locked, yet you turn back to pull the handle. Again and again. It feels like if you don't do it, that vague dread might somehow turn into a bad omen. You hold yourself to incredibly high standards, striving for perfection in everything. A tiny typo, something slightly off-center, a minute detail no one else would even notice. You'll scrutinize it repeatedly. You know it might be perfectionism, but you can't stop. Because deep down, any little flaw feels like a personal failure. Proof that you're not good enough or measuring up. Here's the thing. This isn't your fault. You're experiencing something called obsessive thinking, a feature of obsessive-compulsive disorder. These intrusive thoughts aren't something you choose. They're like false alarms generated by your brain. A well-meaning but overactive internal alarm system trying too hard to protect you. In psychology, these persistent, uncontrollable thoughts are known as intrusive thoughts. They tend to strike when you're most relaxed and vulnerable, demanding you check, confirm, doubt, or ruminate. They make you feel like if you don't obey, something terrible will happen. Essentially, this is your brain stuck in a state of hypervigilance, firing off cognitive false alarms. It sounds the alarm before you perceive any real danger, magnifying tiny anxieties into imminent threats. Your brain isn't broken, it's just wound too tight, terrified you might miss even the slightest risk. It mistakenly believes that if you worry more and check again, you can prevent bad things from happening. The harder you try to push these thoughts away, the more persistently they return. The more you fear making a mistake, the more your mind amplifies the potential consequences. The more you try to control everything, the deeper you sink into an exhausting internal struggle. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's because you're trying too hard, caring deeply, being overly cautious and fearing mistakes, loss of control, or judgment. These careful reactions likely started from a place of care and protection for yourself or others. But over time, they've shifted, becoming draining me,